Welcome to Red Boots and Heels.
I'm Boots.
And I'm Heels. We have a lot going on, just like we do every single week, and I'm telling you...
It never stops.
No, it doesn't.
We never don't have a crapshoot going on.
Yeah.
It's always something.
I want to say respect and rest in peace for those 2 Americans who were killed in that group of 4 that left South Carolina. So many people go there because it's cheaper, for them to have elective surgeries, cosmetic surgeries and such. But an innocent transfer over into another country, thinking you're safe, you're not always safe.
No.
And as this group of 4 found out, the drug cartels kidnapped them and put them through absolute hell, and it resulted in the death of the 2 of them.
Yeah, we live in a very, very dangerous world. And I mean, I personally have known people that have all just darn near been abducted at very nice resorts in Mexico. So you have to be very, very careful. I mean, it's just not as easy as hopping on a plane and going to a resort and having a good time. Sometimes you're really putting yourself in danger.
I mean, it's the world that we live in, and I mean the world is not just America. America's unsafe also, but drug trafficking and child trafficking, people trafficking. It's horrible and it's everywhere. But certainly going to another country, especially with all of the upset that's going on right now, probably not a good idea. But still, I'm overwhelmed with sadness and grief over it, because those 2 friends watched their friends die. I mean, they'll never get over that. I mean, I'm glad that the other 2, the husband and wife, are recovering. I'm glad we had 2 make it out. And I don't accept the freaking cartel's apology letter at all. And I don't think any American should. I don't think, I'm sorry. Here's some of our rogue
renegades. We meant to kill somebody else.
Yeah, absolutely. They're killing, hundreds of thousands of Americans. More Americans are dying from fentanyl right now than we've had in all the wars. I mean, let's think about this for a second. And they're our enemy.
Really, right now, we're looking at spring break coming up. There's going to be a lot of college students and people traveling to places like this, and it's really a rough time. I mean, my own daughter has said that she and some of her college buddies are going to go back to a resort in Cancun they've stayed at before.
I don't want them to go.
I know. I don't really want her to go either. I mean, go to Florida.
Yeah.
Go somewhere here.
Yeah, we have nice beaches. Go to Destin.
We've got nice Americans that need the support too. So
it's just horrible. But respect to those folks, and I'm so sorry for the families that are suffering through this, and I'm sorry for the 2 that survived having to relive that terrible thing, over and over again. But don't accept the apology of the cartels. They are frickin' criminals, and they are killing Americans. And Biden, this is your frickin' fault for putting us in this position to where all these families are losing their loved ones. Also, they may not be kidnapped, but they are taking drugs, and yes, it happens, but they are, dying of fentanyl poisoning. Why anybody in today's world would take a drug of any kind knowing that it's probably laced with something that is lethal? Why they would take a chance, I don't know. But please don't.
They're even lacing marijuana. Yeah. So, and a lot of Americans don't see that as a drug.
Yeah. I know.
But they're even lacing marijuana. I mean, Americans are even dying from marijuana, which is legal, in many parts of the country now. And people are being hit with fentanyl that way too. So,
so please just don't do it. Just don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do drugs. Say no to drugs.
Don't do drugs.
But anyway, so that. And then, of course, the released 41,000 hours of tapes to Tucker Carlson, who's also releasing those to the public. And of course, the liberals are screaming that it's doctored and everything.
Oh, please.
Not.
Okay.
Yeah.
People who were in D.C. on that day knew nothing was going on because there was no sign of it. You could speak to policemen. You could speak to whoever was on. They're standing there drinking hot chocolate and coffee. And, thank you, fellows, for your service. Wouldn't you think that one of them would say, oh, we've got a very dangerous situation here, and we know that you're not part of this, but maybe you should go ahead and leave the capital area, or maybe you should go ahead and leave D.C., maybe you should go home, because we've got an issue going on. It's nothing like that.
It's insane. Absolutely insane. I mean, let's take Chansley for just just as an option to look at. We talk about Richard Barnett's case all the time, but let's take him. The viewers out there know him as Horn Guy. Okay, he's a shaman. He practices shamanism, and for those of you out there that don't know that, I mean, what he does is he, basically that religion connects to the spirit world to try to bring peace and divinity in places, and that's what he was doing. He sang a song.
So he's a little bit out there, but he didn't have any bad purposes. And actually, the video surveillance footage shows that, which a lot of people actually, some of those videos were leaked in the very beginning, like the night and the day after, and mysteriously disappeared from the internet, disappeared from people's phones, from their smart devices. Weirdly enough, how does that happen?
Think about it. If you look at the tapes, and for those of you out there that have viewed the tape, you already know this, but I mean, the police are escorting him through the Capitol. They're actually checking locks on doors to see if they can show him this or show him that. I mean, literally escorting him around. I mean, he's singing the songs, he's meditating, he's actually saying prayers to try to bring, peace to the area. And though some of the reporters are saying, well, you're in a restricted space. How does anybody know they're in a restricted space if you have what is an authoritative person leading you around and showing you around? He did no harm in all of these hours, just like Barnett. No destruction.
Nothing.
There's no, tearing up anything. There is no wiping feces on walls.
You want a picture in here? Let me have your phone. I'll take your picture in here. It's okay. And
then
just let yourself out down the corridor.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, people ask about Barnett's case. He went into the room where he put his feet up on the desk because there were reporters already in that room. Okay, and asked him to do it.
Reporters were in the room and said, "Hey, you want to come in and take a picture?"
Yeah. So
come on in.
These people And poor Shanley, he's going to get 4 years, or he's pled guilty, because you can't almost fight these freaking devils.
You can't.
You really can't.
There is no rational thought behind it other than they are devils and they are out to destroy. They are destroying everything. I mean, if you look at everything that they have been doing for the past darn near 20 years. It is nothing but a path of destruction from these people. That is it. They have done nothing positive, nothing good for you Americans. Nothing. Nothing for your children except sell your children into tax slavery. That's all they're doing.
Yeah, the devil is out to kill, steal, and destroy. And it absolutely is more obvious today that is the truest statement in the world. It's in the Bible, and it speaks volumes today because that is exactly what's happening.
You're seeing it.
Yeah, we are seeing it. So it's almost revelations, in real time, for sure.
Every time I think of what's going on, I go back to Psalms and the story about the sowing of the fields, and how God provided the tools and the seeds, but yet nothing was done. Nothing was done, and then God says, what good are you? What good are you?
Yeah.
Because nothing was done. So what good are we?
Yeah, we can't be silent. So we got two little women from Arkansas here trying to not be silent, trying to do our part, try to talk to you and have conversations with you.
We take a beating for it too. We take a beating. A lot of men love to pick on us. Go ahead. You can't hurt my feelings. I don't have any. So get after it. You can criticize whatever you want. You can pick on the way I look. You can pick on how I talk. You can do all of those things. I don't care.
Well, we always say it too, if somebody's going to be that harsh and really put our looks on display and say that, we're this, we're that, and talk about that, it's probably because you might have been rejected from women most of your life. And so you're mad at women, period, in general. So we take it with a grain of salt. No problem. We do have a beautiful, loving audience out there.
And thank you so much.
And thank you so much for having our back and continuing to let us know that you do want to have these conversations with us. We really do appreciate it.
And there are people that have jobs that don't allow for them to speak their mind, and I hate that for them. I really do. I hate that. And we get a lot of support from those people.
Yeah, we
get a lot of messages saying, way to go. This is what I believe and what I want to say, but I can't because of my job. And thank you, ladies, for saying it. So we appreciate you, and we appreciate your support.
And I want to bring up one other thing right before we close, and that is Jean Pierre and her depiction of what us MAGA, okay, and she says that and I'm going to quote it, and I wrote it down so that I could. She quotes that we are the most energized part of the Republican Party, and that we are the extreme threat to our democracy, and we don't respect the rule of law. So she feels like we MAGA, okay, are the ultimate threat to American ways right now. We are the absolute threat to democracy, and we don't respect rule of law.
What I will say about that is the slave masters back before the Revolutionary War thought that Thomas Paine was the same thing. And I'm sure they probably thought that Betsy Ross was an extremist also. Yeah. So I will take that badge and I will wear it.
And I will wear it also as an honor, okay, because we're standing up for what's right. And we expect you to do the same thing.
And we really appreciate the ones that do.
Yes. Keep standing up, keep fighting the good fight. And for now, we're just going to say we're glad we have you, and we're glad that you're in this conversation with us. God bless you.
And God bless America.
For now, bye-bye.